Hello, hello, and welcome, my Aries friends, to your June 2017 Clairvoyant Alchemy reading. And I'm looking to you being the final fire sign here. You ruled by Mars, and your trump card is the Emperor. And we had the King of Wands come through for the Leo folk, and I thought that was pretty powerful. Yes, and they also received the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So there was like a lot of mastering and love on the table. So I want to see what's going to happen for you now. It's kind of like the divine energy was coming through. So we'll just stick them in there in case you have Leo in your charts. You might want to see what your other brother and sister fire received. And I opened up the fire with Sagittarius because there's this full moon on the 9th of June coming through. And I truly feel it's going to be a very potent and powerful one. It's on a Friday as well. So it's like, a weekend. I don't know, full moons to me on a Friday is just always more special, it seems like. So, but, plan to partake if you can. Look up and definitely as a fire sign on the 21st here in the northern hemisphere, we'll be going through our summer solstice, another powerful event from the lunar cycles. Ooh, first card in my hand. So definitely partake in that as well. But yes, and then I chose the mermaids because for the month of June, the trump card, the tarot card for the June month is the moon, La Luna. So that's why I brought in the feminine receptive, the flow of the moon. She's a goddess, and it's all about flowing feminine receptivity. So I'm working with the mermaids for that, for all the signs because of June. But because you're a fire sign, I brought out my two dragon decks, okay, to represent the fire energy. This is my first dragon tarot ever, and then this is the tarot of Draconis, and actually this is the front cover of it, the lovers, and the lovers has been coming through. The love factor came through for the Leo fire sign. I just delivered it an hour ago. And so let's see what happens with your read, okay? And I've already pulled the first card, and we're going to work with 6, but there's been bonus cards coming through as well. So let's see what happens. And I'm just going to take an exhale here for the moment, real strong. And bring my belly in tight. I erect my spine. Then I take a deep breath, inhale. And the Buddha belly goes up. Try to hold it. And then exhale slowly. All right, so let's see what we have for the Aries. Yes. Okay. All right, let's see. In Aries, you're the first sign of the zodiac as well. And my little woodpecker's been out here all day. I hope he'll fly in for you since I had to read about him. He's so tenacious. The crows are in charge of the doves. The doves don't get near the crows, but my little woodpecker, Lord, he chases the crows away. He's something else. He's the cutest thing. But what I was saying when I read Totem Animal Wisdom of Woodpecker is that the god Mars actually made the woodpecker one of his totem because they're so tenacious. They're warriors in a way. So, but let's see what happens, okay? Yes. All right. Okay, nothing sort of popped out for a bonus card, but I'm going to take the bottom card and give you a bonus card, okay? All right. Okay. Well, here we go. And I've also been working with this deck. It's called the Blessings Oracle, 64 Ways to be Thankful, Gratitude Cards, by Julia Cameron. And actually, I just want to read this card because it just came through for the Leo in case you have it, because all this love with the Two of Cups, my favorite card in the tarot, and the Holy Grail, Ace of Cups coming through. You know, it was like total, and a pairing too. They had three number two cards, which is about pairing and, you know, working with others. But this also came through for him, and I just put my little plumeria in here, and it's the same flower, the plumeria, and the kind of the same colors here. But it says divine energy. My heart is a chalice for love. I am well loved. I open my heart to feel that I am loved. I allow myself to be saturated by love. I soften my heart and gently ask it to receive the love I encounter. Okay, so we're going to put it back in here, and then we'll see what we pulled for you. All right. Okay, and I thank you all kindly for watching, Aries friends, and I'm wishing you all the best for June. Okay, welcome energies of earth, air, fire, and water. Let us create a life of beauty, reverence, and wonder. With each season, let us rejoice. Through every phase of sun and moon, let us be in harmony. In every direction shall we offer our love. Let the reading begin. And for my northern hemisphere friends, we'll be going through the winter solstice, but again, embrace that date for the June, I think it's the 21st, because solstices are very powerful events, you know, in the natural medicine, and that's working with the cosmic realm. And I was talking to Leo a lot because Leo's ruled by the sun star, and nothing rules the sun but the sun. Okay, but all of us, all people, can align with our sun star and can align with our moon. Okay, very powerful. So make sure you try to recognize and, you know, get outside definitely, and send some love to the cosmic realm. Okay, here we go, Aries. The Six of Pentacles comes through. Okay, we've been having some resources as well coming through. And six is about that harmonizing and having that peace and karma in your life. So knowing that this is the earth, the pentacles, the coins, about money and resources, this can be that you might even have being able to pay some financial obligations, you know, like school loans, or maybe you can pay another extra amount on your mortgage. So just make sure that there's responsibility with this, okay? But definitely there's opportunity for growth as well. And you can see there's the balance, the Libra balance scale. So everything we want to do from here on out is in balance. And when we're working with spirit in the respect, it's about baby steps, okay? You can't rush spirit, right? You can't, like you can't rush a solstice, and you know that's, and like the sun is none of that's man-made, my friends, okay? So literally we have to work with the tides and the flow, okay? But just know that the money is on the table. No, don't worry about money. That also came through just for Leo, in case any of you have Leo in your charts. That was another thing that came through, because the Two of Coins came through. And sometimes, you know, we can be worried, oh, you know, can I pay my mortgage this month? Or, you know what I'm talking about. But it's best just to think positive as you can and put it out there to the universe. But yet, just know, um, with this card in the respect, have peaceful thoughts about the money, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. But when, you know, just start aligning spiritually, and things will change. Okay, it always does. Oh my Lord, we were just saying the Two of Pentacles came through, but not from this deck. It came through from, I want to say one of these dragon cards. So this is coming through again. All right, so we need to listen about this Two of Pentacles now. There can be some, you know, a pairing of two people working together, okay? And it can also mean that there's like something financially will be arranged. All right, so don't give up. Don't give up on you, okay? Don't give up, because This is already saying, and you can see mermaids like the dragons love their treasure chests, all right? So, and that's why we always say for a rainy day, okay? That's why we don't overspend or abuse the credit cards and not pay them off, because that's how we get stuck. So, and we don't really need a lot of stuff. You can't take this stuff with you, my friends, okay? So we don't need a lot of stuff in the respect, as long as we have health. Health is wealth, and good health. And just think more. It's about your mind. How are you thinking? All right. When you put out good thoughts, you receive them. If you're speaking negativity and you know bullying others for things, that's not going to be peace and karma for you. So just recognize that now this message of Two of Pentacles has come back to back for the fire signs. All right. So just know, and really, it did come out strongly that there is another out there that will be willing to work with you. Okay. And then there came the Two of Cups, which is a love affair, and then the Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail, which is all about love as well. So let's see what continues for you. Judgment, Major Arcana Judgment. Okay, this is a power card right here. This is also about, can be, really intense. This card actually, planet Pluto rules this card, and Pluto is one of those that are very uh, aggressive in a way as well. It deals with death and transformation. So assertive aggressive is good, but not aggressive bullying, okay? And the Judgment is, trying to tell you something, that it's time for transformation and rebirth, a healing, okay? And this is about also higher forces that be. So it's like a hidden power, and you can see all this electricity here, the lightning bolts, and you can see it's literally this dragon, these two, or oh, it's a triple-headed dragon right here. One, two, three. You know what? I never picked up on that all the years I've had this deck. Look at that. It's a triple-headed dragon, but literally it's like it's rebirthing. He's coming out of the ground with electricity, okay? And he's holding a kind of mallet here. But you can see the transformation. You can see these trees with no leaves. It's like he's gone underground, but now he's coming to reborn himself. Okay, but see the triple heads. It's like he's thinking. He's got three ways to think of everything through. Definitely, and you can see the rocks are just being blown up right there. So he's transforming, transmutation. Okay. All right. So and talk to others. Talk to others. But this is like I said, a powerful card. And if you don't really, if you're in the slumps, it's like a card that where destruction can come if you're thinking negative or doing negative shady things. So you really got to go within and respect the laws of nature, right? And we have all these crows out here now, and I've always had crows follow me, even in my condo, and I lived on the fourth floor, and they'd still come. And it's really about magic, sacred law, the laws of nature, the universe. So consider that, okay? See the little two doves there? They're cute. All right. Oh, how beautiful. Major Arcana back to back, the Star card. Well, that's wonderful. That's about really going within, inspirationally going within to seek that insight now that you are getting it. Let's say you really have been in a funky place for a while, but it's like time to get out of it and wake up. All right. But here you look up to these stars, and the stars are, this is a beautiful, about hopes and wishes. Okay. And humanitarianism. So do things for people. Help this world. This world is not a gentle place, and we need to go within and really believe that, if we're going to go past to a righteous place, call it heaven or however you want to call it, you really want to prove to the beautiful ones that you deserve to be there. So no shady stuff and nothing compulsive. Okay, this is about having patience and persevering in your progress. See, like these dragons, he's going to do it now, and he's got 3 heads. I've never noticed this like that in all the years. Really, I've had this deck. Okay, so continue on your mission and be original and independent. Have independence about your thoughts, because you're now working with higher forces that be, and you want to align, like, I want to do righteous for myself, for my family, if you're married with children, or even if your mother or your father or your siblings, you want to do righteous now. Okay, so be so. And here, again, we have the alchemist within. It's really about becoming your own alchemist, your magician self, because then you can't deny yourself, because you know who you are. You know your core values. Okay? Well, 2 cards, we're all standing strong here. They're all kind of flowing. So, and transformation, boy, we've been talking about that for many, many years as well. So it's really time for us collectively, consciously, collectively, to embrace that kind of thought processes. And coming from the heart zone, that's, when you do something you love, it's not like a job at all. Okay, so consider what what your purpose here is. We're all coded to do things. Okay, so just check it all out. Oh, look at this, and you will be triumphant. How wonderful. With the Ace of Swords, the Excalibur swords now come through. We just had the Holy Grail for the Leo fire friends, and now you, Aries, gets the Excalibur sword. And those emperors love holding those swords. So that's pretty cool. And aces are, new beginnings, but of what you truly desire. You really want this, okay? You really want this. And here the dragon's saying, yeah, we believe that, your transformation will lead you triumphantly to what is next coming for you. But it's like you really have to go through this death rebirth deal, okay? But oopsie, but with this death rebirth of judgment, because remember how the Egyptians thought, when your soul passes the body, you're judged. They literally had a scale like the Libra scale, and there was a feather on it, and they put your heart in on the scale, and if it weighed more than the feather, then you were a heavy hitter and you weren't a good person, and you won't go to the paradise afterlife. So pay attention. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Pay attention, okay? But the star is here also saying, yes, take that rebirth, okay? Take it and go for it. And we're with you. So look up to the stars during the night. Embrace our sun star during the day, okay? And Luna always, I mean, my goodness, she is totally, about reflection, the feminine flow, with grace, okay? But she also, as a high priestess, she knows, like this magic here with the crows coming through. She knows about sacred law. She keeps many secrets hidden, because some of us don't need to know that, because we can do black magic with the wisdom that the high priestess holds, and also the magician can do the dark forces magic. But that's not what we're really talking about right here. We're talking about you collectively going within and realizing, yes, it's time for me to be reborn again. And, even if you have different ideas about it, that's all right. The more positive ideas you have, the better off it is. But it's best to, stay away from that depression, dark way that some of us always find ourselves for some reason. But again, this world is not a gentle planet, and there's so much suffering. And yes, no doubt. That's how the Diablo and his demons, how they keep us like that, okay? And it's sad that, It's about how religion kills, and even these world leaders just rather bring in missiles and annihilate everybody. So, we try not to focus on that. We focus within. Okay, we're going to focus within and get it right. Because collectively, I totally believe we can heal this planet when we all are thinking, with the love factor. And we can heal. Even if we lose loved ones, we can heal. And we can heal them to go to the light as well. All right? Especially, if any of them been gunned down or something. It's just, I don't even want to go into that. 6 of coins, that just came through as well. But not from this deck. This came through from, I think, the other dragon deck. Or was it the mermaids? It just came again for Leo. So in case you all have the Leo, but here we have. And the 6 is the harmony and the peace and the karma. Because it's true, karma, you get what you give out. So prepare. But here we have, there's some coin on the table. Okay, so pay attention that, it's time for you to really watch your finances. But you see how they're cheering the dragon on, okay? Cheering the dragon on. Because he's all about bringing in some coin for them. It's like it's raining money. It looks like raindrops. I don't want to bring this in because now people, I'm trying to learn how to work with this camera. But it looks like it's raining money. So, but see, the dragon's looking up where the sun is, the stars. Okay, so just look up and never walk with your head looking down. Okay, you will look up. That's great. The Excalibur sword has been come through. That's fabulous. And the star card. This is so beautiful. But it is about patience. So have that patience. Nothing happens overnight, right? Like they said, Rome wasn't built in a day, but somehow it did come apart in a day. But it's about you finding that love and joy, happiness, and success. Success. We want that for all of us. And now we have the 3 of Wands. Okay, fire, fire. And the 3 of Pentacles came through with the reading I just did. And the 3 is about creativity. Okay. Create, create, create. So don't be indecisive anymore. All right. Oh, what do I do? Oh, I don't know how to do it. Don't think like that. Think like, I know if I focus, I'll find what my true calling is, and I'll, talk to my guides, you know, call on you, those who have passed, that family you love, they will send messages as well. They're like literally guardian angels. They truly are. And especially if you loved, an aunt or a grandfather, you know what I mean. You call on them to guide you, okay? But literally there's angels to do that as well. But here we have the 3 of fire. So with that, we're talking about creating, like mental creativity, okay? And no worries, okay? Not to worry about what's coming forward, because now mentally you're focusing, and it's so true now, we can't deny, we have to take minimum an hour a day with technology turned off so that we can contemplate, and whether you want to lie down and do it, or you just, want to sit down, or even if you want to nap, but just keep that journal handy, piece of paper, whatever, and a pen, so that when you wake up and whatever you think of first, whatever you came through, you write it down, okay? And date it, because it's important to date it, because you might find this piece of paper a year later and you won't know when you wrote it. But it really, I brought out many papers in the respect that I've dated almost 10, 15 years ago, which now apply today. Okay, it's applicable today. When I was writing, I'm like, well, I don't know what this is saying, but that's all right. See, but there's no worries. What I'm trying to say, no worries. Okay. All right. Well, but you can see this dragon is looking behind him. Like I'm moving forward, and he's got his 3 staffs here, and they're touching this rock. So he's He's leaving behind what no longer serves. Okay? He's saying, I'm not going to worry. I'm going to move forward. Okay? And I'm going to be creative in my next projects. Okay. All right. Well, definitely. I mean, there's coin on the table here, and we don't want you to worry about what's going on, but there's triumph and these stars. I said, but there's patience. You have to have patience and hope. Pray. Say, I hope you work with me on this, for my wishes to become ideal to me and to friends and my family, and maybe even, the whole humanitarian group conscious. You could create something with an idea, and some of those of you who know how to blog and make websites or whatever, you can create an idea and it grabs globally, or your own YouTube channel where you speak of, look, this is how I was starting from somewhere and now I can help heal the world. You got to be progressive though, and being original. Okay, that's the whole thing too. You want to be original in what you're creating. However, though, you can have people with you doing it, but it has to be like something not done before, or if it has been, you're going to bring your own style to it, your own compassion to it. Okay, but definitely there's something here happening for you, and don't give up on it. Okay, see, don't give up. See the balance again. You've got her balancing her crystal balls. The triumph is here, and you must have this desire, this strong will desire to make it and achieve it. Okay, and again, it's all baby steps. This can take a year. It could take, I don't know, 10 years, depending on how much time you got left, but on this planet. But don't ever give up on you. Okay. All right, so let's pick one card, and I'm going to turn my face because they've got, big letters, and I don't want to see the letters. So I'm going to just turn my face here. We'll just close it down with one card for you, Aries. And remember, your trump card is the Emperor. You, the Emperor. And it doesn't mean we don't read gender specific here. So male or female. I mean, you have it in you. You have the gumption. You have that fire spirit within. My beloved family. Okay. This deck is new and I'm not familiar with all these cards yet. We are one tribe. I cherish our unity. We are united by our suffering and by our joy. Interesting. One life flows through all life. One heart holds every heart. The loss I sustain today is the beginning of a larger, wiser, and kinder tomorrow. Look how apropos. Okay, so here we have it. The new desires that you're going to request and sustain today is the beginning of a larger, wiser, and kinder tomorrow. We were just sharing with the star card, that this is a very humanitarian type card. Okay, it sure is. And actually, this is the trump card for Aquarius folk, the air element of Aquarius. And I talk about them a lot because they are visionaries. And literally, it's not just for themselves. Whatever they're envisioning, they do it to help everyone, the global sector, humanitarianism. So consider that as well. So be progressive, okay? And yes, if it came out, there's a pairing here. So if you meet up with a group and you meet someone in that group that you have the same thought ideas happening, hey, listen, you could build it together, all right? So it's about who you align with. But we have to now get out of any funk, all right? And not be judgmental in any which way. But here you have, there's a family here wanting to do the same thing as you. Okay, Aries, and you've got the gumption. You're the emperor. So, use that intensity, and planet Mars also rules you. That's another, very, very powerful, full of energy, aggression. But we don't want to be aggressive. Assertive, aggressive is okay. But just know it's time to take action, is what I'm trying to say. Action. And actually, the trump card for Mars is the Tower card. So pay attention to this, because in the respect for judgment, so with that tower, it's either going to develop you or it'll take you out. Okay. But here we're having this rebirth for the judgment. So, consider how you live. All right. Because it is about, at the end, the karma, what you put into this world. Was it beautiful and peaceful, but helping others, or were you, hurting others and trying to steal from them? And you know what I'm talking about. Well, my darlings, I hope you have a wonderful month of June. Believe in yourselves. You got a powerful trump card and planet Mars as well. So just embrace what you have going on. And for those of you already doing that, you got your own Y2 channel, or you blog, or you're a writer or whatever, you know that it's all positive then. Okay. But we got to give back, pay it forward and give it back. I believe in that. Much love to all of you, my dears, and thank you, new subscribers and comments. I read them all, so I hope you have truly a fabulous June and the remaining of 2017 just as beautiful. Take care. Ciao.